Me and Hallie get a lot of questions about how we bought a house at 21 and 23. I'm going to break down exactly how we did it in 2021 and if we could do it in 2025. The house we bought was $326,000. It was a new build, so the closing costs weren't as bad. It was about $3,100, so I had to have that. At the time, I was making $62,000. Hallie was making $47,000. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's probably not a high number because we're both in STEM, but I think a lot of people expect to make six figures out of college. It doesn't actually happen for most people. We were making a combined of $109,000, which I still think is fantastic right out of college. So for a $326,000 home, we needed to save $65,200 for a 20% down payment. I didn't want to do the whole 10% or 3.5%, even though we're first-time home buyers, just because I don't want to have the amount of debt that 3.1% or 3.5% or 10% would get you. So how did we save the $65,000? Over the 4 years that I went through college, I had saved $30,000 just by doing videography for weddings and all kinds of stuff like that. So we needed to save another $35,200 right after we graduated. We stayed at home for about 8 months before we went in to buy this house, which helped us a ton to be able to save on rent, food, all the things. So it was very easy to save up that $35,000 from our after-tax income, which was $73,000. So from that, we could only live on $37,000 for that year, which is not hard to do when you don't have to pay for anything. Shout out to my parents and Hallie's parents. In 2021, when we signed for the house, the interest rate was 2.875%, making our mortgage payment $1,400, including property tax and insurance. $1,400 is insane, and I acknowledge that. Now, moving to 2025, if we were to buy a $326,000 home and put 20% down at $65,200, the interest rate today is 6.87%. If we wanted to have the same mortgage payment of $1,400, the house that we could afford would be $171,900. If we wanted the exact same house, $326,000, our mortgage payment would be $2,171. At the time in 2021, I was the sole owner of the home, so I qualified for $330,000 loan. If I were to qualify for a home at $62,000 a year right now in 2025, I would only qualify for around $170,000 home. For all the people who are asking, like, how'd you do it? It's all because of timing. Like, that's helped us a ton.